The votes are coming in, and the results are shocking to me. I did not have Jayden Reed as the leading option in this poll. Today's poll on Kyle Brust and Nortman, of these four Green Bay Packers wide receiver, and this comes from the conversation we had with Mark Tauscher, who joined us earlier on Kyle Brust and Nortman. If you missed any of our show, go to WisconsinOnDemand.com or catch us wherever you get your podcast. Talking about the Justin Jefferson deal, $35 million a year. The cap obviously went up, and you have four wide receivers that are young, and you're going to have to pay the piper eventually. You don't now, and you should enjoy that and see who develops and becomes more of the staple, right? Who's going to be the horses in the stable for Jordan Love? Of the four Packers wide receivers, who has the biggest potential to make $30 million a year? Kyle and I were in agreement. Romeo Doubs should be nowhere on this list of that money. Possession receiver, red zone target, reliable, but not that type money. Christian Watson. We've seen the flashes. 5-game sample size with Aaron Rodgers when he was healthy. He was unbelievable. Keyword, they're healthy. Saw a specialist. We'll see what he can bring this year in terms of games played and production. Jayden Reed, after one season, led the Packers in receptions, led the Packers in receiving yards, had 100, I believe, rushing, 41% of the vote. And then a sleepy one, after a good 8 games, due to the fact that Christian Watson was unavailable and the chance for Dontavian Wicks to step up and show what he was all about, a great route runner, 22% of the vote. I have a hard time with Jayden Reed making that kind of money. The durability aspect, like, he's a poor man's Deebo Samuel.
Hey, he's not poor man's anything. He is Jayden Reed.
He is Jayden Reed, and he's not a poor man's Deebo Samuel. He's it's a better word.
I mean, that's a great way to describe it.
All right. I was just trying. I was trying to hype him up a little bit.
But I mean, being a poor man's Deebo Samuel, especially what he did year one.
A little bit more playmaking down the field. Like, he can make a little bit more contested catches. We saw that. I think he had the most catches of any Packer, over 30-plus yards.
I'm pretty sure he had the most catches of any Packer. End of sentence.
I know, but I'm also just throwing in from the comparison, he was able to make big plays down the field and make contested catches, something you don't see the San Francisco 49ers use Deebo for because they have Brandon Ayuk, and now I'm going too far away from the point here. 41%? Are you in that camp, Strofe?
I am indeed in that camp.
Oh, wow.
It's without a doubt Jayden Reed.
Floor's yours.
Yeah.
Well, first off, you point out durability issues. Jayden Reed played all 19 games last season.
He's a rookie. I'm just saying his size with how they're going to utilize him.
5'11", 175 or 185.
That's small.
Bulk up. Yeah, he's small, but he's only an inch shorter and 20 pounds lighter than Deebo Samuel.
He's like my size.
Yeah, but he's also a hell of a lot faster than you at UW Whitewater.
A hell of a lot more athletic, too.
Why are you taking shots there? This is your time to tell you about
true.
Tell us.
I was taking a shot.
I didn't take a shot.
You said he's my size.
Yeah, I was saying he's my size. Like, dang, I'm so unathletic.
He's the Packers' best wide receiver. He's emerging as the Packers' best wide receiver in OTAs. I thought he proved himself last year. Kyle, you know from working with me on Green Bay Game Day, our Green Bay pregame show during the season last year, that I am fully on the Jayden Reed bandwagon, have been since the 2023 NFL Draft when they took him in the second round.
Yes, sir.
After he slaughtered Wisconsin's defense as a member of Michigan State.
That is what I do remember post-draft.
He threw and caught a touchdown in that game.
I just remember post-draft for the Green Bay Packers, Kyle Wallace being extremely ecstatic because we've gone through, even as we mentioned the guys' names on this 4 wide receivers, Christian Watson, SDSU, Romeo Doubs, Nevada, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Wicks was blanking. Virginia, right? Power 5, but not like, one of those super powerhouse known football schools. And then you had Jayden Reed. Now, Michigan State, they've had their good moments. They're a little bit on the downslope. But he made plays against the Badgers. And that is the first thing that you would say. You're like, finally a guy where I've seen production, because we've had a lot of guys drafted for potential. There was immediate production, and that showed in year 1.
It absolutely did show. And I mean, to what you're saying is, I think Strofe is in the same boat that a lot of people are, is because what we have seen lately, right? That is what people judge things are off of. What have you done for me lately? And when you look at Jayden Reed in year 1, Strofe talked about it. He was available, right? So he played in all 19 games, even though he had some nicks and some bruises. But then on top of that, he had production. And I understand what you're saying, and I understand why the sentiment on Twitter X on the poll is saying that people believe that Jayden Reed will be a $30 million guy. But it's all about potential and how great somebody can be at their best. And all it takes is one season for Christian Watson to be healthy and one season of Christian Watson playing to his potential for him to all just quickly assume to be one of the great next wide receivers. The fact that is so much hype behind him, the fact that there's national stories being written about how he's getting his hamstring looked at UW-Madison, and on top of that, Stokes went to Madison as well for an issue to kind of get it figured out. But we're all focused on Christian Watson. Why? Because his potential is through the roof, which means his earning potential is also there. So it's no shot at Jaden Reed, but Christian Watson is a guy.
Yeah.
If Christian goes for 1,200 this year and 10 touchdowns, he going to get paid.